The first thing I remember after the crash was the smell. Burned airbag powder and antifreeze, then silence. Not movie silence. Not dramatic, ringing ears. Just an empty kind of quiet while traffic kept moving around me like nothing important had happened. My left knee hit the dashboard hard enough that I couldn't straighten it properly afterward. My ribs hurt every time I breathed too deeply. Somewhere under the panic, I remember being embarrassed by how badly my hands were shaking while I tried to unlock my phone. I sent one text to the family group, chat from the ambulance. Please, help, that was it. No details, no performance, no explanation. At the hospital, I kept checking my phone between x-rays, nothing. I told myself everyone was asleep. Then around midnight, I opened social media and saw my brother's post, a group picture from some restaurant downtown, my parents smiling beside him, my aunt leaning into the frame with a wine glass raised. To families complete, posted an hour after my message. I stared at it long enough for the screen to dim. That hurt more than the wreck. Not because they missed the text, because they clearly hadn't. People don't post group photos while sleeping. The nurse discharged me around 3 in the morning with pain medication I didn't want to take because I still needed to drive somehow. A rideshare dropped me home. No one came. Over the next few days, my apartment started teaching me how injured I actually was. Getting off the couch hurt. Carrying groceries hurt. Lawing hurt. Even opening jars became weirdly complicated with bruised ribs and one shoulder wrapped tight from strain, but the emotional part stayed stranger than the physical pain. I kept almost defending them inside my own head. Maybe the text seemed vague. Maybe nobody realized it was serious. Maybe. Then why not answer at all? That question followed me room to room. On the fourth morning, I woke up to 53 missed calls, mostly from family. For one irrational second, I thought someone finally understood what happened. Then I checked the messages. The first was a Venmo request from my cousin, 4T600 cabin weekend. No greeting. Below it, my father had texted, "We can't fix this without you." I sat there on the edge of the bed, staring at the sentence while sunlight moved slowly across the floorboards. Not. How are you feeling? Not. We're sorry nobody came, just logistics. Fix this, because somewhere along the line I had quietly become the person who handled everything nobody else wanted to think about: hair to reservation, vacation deposits, backup payment methods, the family cabin account, travel insurance, most of it linked through me because I was organized. That word families use when dependence becomes invisible. I sent 50 cents through Venmo. In the note section, I wrote, "Thought the family was already complete." Then I muted the group chat. For a while, I just sat there listening to my refrigerator hum in the next room. Part of me wanted someone to finally notice the difference between inconvenience and absence. That's the part I'm not fully proud of. Around noon, I opened the cabin reservation portal. The primary guarantor listed on the booking was me. So were the emergency payment protections. I stared at the screen for a long time before removing my authorization access and freezing the linked payment structure pending account review. No dramatic speech, just forms checkboxes. Confirmation emails, professional language wrapping around personal disappointment. About an hour later, the calls started again, this time faster. My aunt first, then my brother, then my father repeatedly. I ignored all of them until the rental management company called directly. The representative sounded calm and rehearsed. "I'm contacting you regarding a reservation guarantee withdrawal associated with a shared group booking. Can you confirm you no longer authorize your financial instruments to support this reservation?" Financial instruments, strange phrase. Makes people sound less related. "Yes," I said quietly. "That's correct. Understood. The reservation will remain suspended pending alternate guarantor approval." That was it. No drama. Just authority making emotional reality suddenly administrative. By evening, the family thread looked completely different. At first angry, then confused, then practical panic. The cabin booking had frozen. Several linked payments failed automatically afterward. Someone realized the travel insurance policy also routed through my account protections. And somewhere inside all that chaos, somebody finally remembered to ask why I hadn't answered calls for 4 days. My brother left the voicemail around midnight. His voice sounded tired now. Why didn't you tell us it was serious? I replayed that message 3 times while sitting at my kitchen table with an ice pack against my ribs. Bruce's had started turning yellow beneath my shirt by then. I looked down at them while his question echoed through the speaker. Why didn't you tell us? The strange thing was Abby had, just not loudly enough to interrupt everyone else's comfort. I never answered the voicemail. Instead, I deleted the cabin thread entirely. Then I gathered the hospital discharge papers still sitting unopened on my counter and finally read through them alone.